Good evening, my friends. I'm Nero, and if you're anything like me, you don't get a long lunch break. So, we're gonna just get started. I've been talking about doing this for a while, and one of the things I want to do is show you how to make a quick, easy, relatively affordable meal that you can do for a while on a budget, and it's filling and it's good. It's one of my favorites. So, I'm teaching you how to make my open-faced bagel sandwiches with egg and cheese. Okay, so you're gonna do some prep. You're gonna get some everything bagel thin. So it's gonna be about $5.50. You're gonna get some sliced cheese. That's gonna run you $4 to $5 depending on where you're at. You are going to get some sliced meat. Ham and cheese is how I usually do it. Those are gonna be about $5 a piece. You're gonna get some Pam if you don't have it already. You should really have it because if you're gonna be doing any kind of cooking, get some Pam. Or some other non-stick cooking spray. Non-cook sticking spray. You're going to get some whipped cream cheese. I prefer that because it's easier to spread, goes a little faster. You're going to get yourself a dozen eggs. I prefer farm-bought eggs, farm fresh eggs. They usually run a little bit more. Around here they're $4 to $5 a dozen, but they're worth it. You can taste the difference. So, you're watching this on your lunch break. You're like, let's go, let's get going. Okay, so as you might imagine, first step is going to be, and I'm doing this because most break rooms have a toaster and a microwave. First step is going to be starting your bagel toasting. Doesn't take much. Put it in for whatever floats your boat. And that'll be cooking. For me, it's usually about 2 minutes. Something get a nice toast to it. Now, you're going to get a Pyrex. If you don't have Pyrex dishes, you should get some Pyrex dishes. They're great for everything. Good for storage. I am using, what size is this? I don't know, I can't read. This is the 2-cup size. I'm using the 2-cup size. I'm just going to do a single egg sandwich today. And you can do these by the dozen. You can prep this all in advance. It reheats really well. But if you don't have time to prep it, you can make it at work. I know, I've seen me do it. So, what's scarier than being an adult? Not much. Remember when we were kids and we were all like, I can't wait to grow up and I can do all those things that I couldn't do before. Use a paper towel. Most folks think cracking an egg is hard. Oh, you're going to make a mess. Just drop it from about 6-8 inches on its side. Hey, look, now it's cracked. You can crack it open and you got an egg. You're going to want to have a fork and a knife handy and a plate for cooking your egg. I'm going to show you in a minute. Also, salt and pepper. That I'm not going to include prices on, because guess what? Salt and pepper, you should just have salt and pepper. If you don't have salt and pepper, spice and season your food. Come on, people, what are you doing? A couple cracked pepper. I like fresh cracked pepper. It's better than the brown stuff. A couple dashes of salt. And then we find our fork that I laid down over here. You're just going to break that yolk up a little bit. You're not going to go crazy. You're not making scrambled eggs. You're just breaking the yolk so that it's not one giant congealed mess. Now, use that same thing to wipe off your fork because you don't want to get sick. I like using a bowl cozy. And hey, that small plate I talked about earlier, you're just going to use that as a lid. Cool. Okay, this is going to the microwave. Most microwaves are around 800 watts. You're not going to need to do it long. 30 seconds to a minute tops to cook this egg. Now my microwave is a little more powerful, so I'm going to start with 30 seconds, and guess what? You start with 30 seconds, and if you need to do it more, you can. Hey look, our bagel is done. Cool. Okay, so you're watching this at work, you're like, hey, I don't have time for this. If you're keeping up, you're doing fine. Alright, so we got our bagel toasted. It's not super toasted, but we're going to smear it anyway. So, got our schmear, got our knife. Most places have communal knives. Just make sure to clean up after yourself. Come on. Hear that booming in the microwave? That means it's cooking. I just put it in for 30 seconds. We're going to see how that egg turned out here in just a moment. Because guess what? Most folks only get 30 minutes for lunch. Man, how can I make a tasty, hot, good meal in 30 minutes? You know, I can't. Well, it's all microwave food anyway. Well, just because it's microwave food doesn't mean it can't be good. It just means you have to use the right ingredients and you have to do a little bit of preparation in advance. Guess what? We're done smearing our bagel. Cool. Is it perfect? No, doesn't have to be. Your stomach's not going to know the difference. Neither is mine. I'm making this for tomorrow. So now I have my lunch done for tomorrow. I don't have to think about it. Great. See this? Done with it. Just chuck it out of the seat. Throw that back in the fridge. Cool. Done. You can pack all this stuff in a small way into your lunchbox, however you want to do it. We're going to check our egg. It's still a little bit runny in the middle. I don't usually mind that, but I'm going to cook it just a couple more seconds just to be safe. So we're going to put it in for another 18 seconds. So we can vote. Alright, so we're done with our eggs. Now we can get our meat and cheese on board. So, make sure you wash your hands. Get some meat. Sliced meat package like this should last you all 8 bagels. You can do all the 8 bagels as full sandwiches, or you can do them as half open-faced sandwiches if you're not feeling that hungry. If you're needing something a little bit more filling, get the full-size bagels. I think they're about the same price. You're not gonna bat too much of an eye about that. So, I'm gonna check my recording, make sure I'm still doing good. Cool, we're doing fine. And see, it seems like it's stressful, but it's really not. Like you could be doing this a little slower and you'd still be okay. I'm just doing a slice of each. You do 1 slice of each. Hey, guess what? That's 2 slices of meat plus the egg. You're fine on protein. Throw some cheese on it. You got your dairy. I like to slice up an apple and have that with my lunch. Apples run about $1 a piece, depending on what kind you get. Don't get Red Delicious. Red Delicious are terrible. Get Gala. Get Honey Crisp. Get something like that. Cosmo something. Get Cosmo something. Those are delicious. Red Delicious aren't. They're a misnomer. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. So now we have our egg. Done. Look at that. Done. Done egg. Wondering how to get it out? Shake it a little bit. That Pam really coming in handy. Now we can get our fork. Just lift it off. Slap it on the sandwich. Slap it together. It's nothing fancy, but it's better than the garbage you have been eating. Probably. Again, this is really simple. You can use more meat if you'd like. You can use more cheese if you'd like. You can use 2 eggs if you want. You can add a little splash of milk. You can add whatever seasonings you want. But guess what? You have your lunch. You have your lunch made. Minimal mess. What? 2 napkins, a plate, and a bowl that are going to be easy to wash because you used non-stick cooking spray. Non-cooked sticking spray. Whatever. You used the stuff you needed to. And that, my friends, is how to make a sandwich for lunch. It's super easy. I know this seems over the top simple. But some people think, I want an egg sandwich, but I don't want to go to all that work. Microwaves are not a lot of work. You can do this. So, make yourself a sandwich. Enjoy. For now, my friends, farewell.